metal and you guys as well. I just want to say thanks again for all the people who are supporting the channel, people that have subscribed to the channel. That means a lot to me. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please feel free because it is free. Why not, right? You might actually get to know some interesting songs that you might not have heard of, which actually this is going to be an interesting topic this tonight. But before I begin on that, I wanted to mention uh, Carla from the Butcher Babies is doing her own thing with the Violent Hour Metal Band is her new band name. And I have a feeling that it's gonna be coming out fairly soon. So you know, and yeah, it was kind of interesting. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have something a little different. And the reason why I picked the topic out of all the topics I picked is just thought it'd be different. Kind of reminds me of what we talked about the night before a little bit, something unique and a little bit different, and kind of how do you say, not the normal stuff. And actually, you know what? I actually got to hear a couple of the ones, and the one was really interesting because it kind of reminds me of Southern gospel style, but then it has some metal stuff to it, and it really sounded really good. Actually, I kind of liked it. It's a little bit different, not quite the normal things I usually listen to, and probably not you guys either. But you never know. There is one thing. Speaking of the topic, when I was flipping from my main account, which is my personal account, versus my Voice of Metal account, the very first thing that came up was this gentleman. I forgot his name. I'll have to post. I'll have to. May I link the video in the public the channels, you know, like posting stuff when I'm not feeling good, type stuff. I'll link to his page because it's rather interesting. He does metal with Karens and other things with people that are raging about political like meltdowns and stuff like that, where people are screaming and hollering, and he plays his guitar with it, and it's so freaking hilarious. It actually sounds pretty good on some of them. Yeah, it's different because they're saying the same thing over and over again to a point they're like TikTok videos or something, and he just kind of plays the guitar, but then he kind of blends it in there with it. Hello, how's it going, Claire? What are you up to? You doing okay? Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's Havoc. Actually, if you've never heard of Havoc, they got some really good stuff, and they're from Colorado, which is really great. Which I didn't know originally. Here, I fell in love with the band before that. I didn't. I kind of went to a concert looking for one band. I'm going to see one band, and then they were there too. It was a Exodus, yeah. And so I thought, well, shoot, this would be awesome, right? What's good, gang? How are you doing, Phoenix? Doing okay? Oh yeah, yeah. I've got quite a few of them up there. Part of that was for somebody, but they got a little mad at me. So, and I think she took a certain word the wrong way, and I definitely want to apologize to her for that. So, if she ever does watch this, she'll know that I did not quite certain words that were could be considered something else, and I didn't think about that until afterwards. But who knows? But anyway, there was one I thought of for this individual that's up there, or the lady I was talking about. But anyway, um, the thing is with that video is rather interesting because the guy was playing the different songs, right? I mean, instrumental. He's doing an instrumental with all these woke people and people. You know, people are screaming, hollering for election. The election meltdown. They're screaming, hollering, and things like that. So I thought it was a rather interesting topic. So I'll have to share that with you guys. And I did hear some of that music that I was talking about last night because I was kind of curious about it. And sometimes I don't always have time to do that, but this time I made time to do that. But anyway, We're gonna go something totally different, and one actually was on the list last night. It's Nicker Goblin. No one survives is the song, right? I know, like some meltdown. It was really crazy with the guitar metal. So they were using the screaming with the vocals and the guitar vocals for the meltdown with the guitar, and it sounds really cool. Definitely different. It kind of reminds me of what the topic is right now that I'm talking about. The goblin metal is what they refer. I don't know if this is really a genre. I mean, some of these may or may not be real metal genres, but you never know. What's this say? Please chug a gallon of milk. Why, Ryan? Why would I challenge? Why would I chug? I can't do it right now. I don't have any milk, not at least with me. Maybe later on. He just wants to see milk drip down my beard, probably. No one survives. Goblin metal is the actual genre, apparently, is a mix of death metal and comedic goblin storytelling, with all about goblins uprising and fantasy chaos. Cannibal Corpse is a blunt, blunted birth is a weed death metal. Okay, I didn't know that was a weed death metal. Stoner metal parody of Cannibal Corpse. Oh, Cannabis Corpse. That's why. Cannibal Corpse, which is a brutal death metal song about smoking weed. So basically, they were doing their own weed death metal. Go see. Okay, who in the world is that? Is that somebody I know? Anyway, I'm not that old. Anyway, and you're only as old as you think you are. Uh, Eberverney. It's called Patting the Black Dog Post Progressive Metal. Is a deeply emotional experimental fusion of progressive metal and ambient textures and spoken word passages. Okay, don't know what that was. Who Wolf Totem is the Mongolian folk metal. It's a fusion of traditional Mongolian throat singing and metal riffs that make it sound like warriors preparing for battle on horseback, which is really cool. I have a feeling I know who it is. Yeah. Anyway, it's just it's probably somebody I know from work, but you never know. Um, Diablo's Swing Orchestra, a tap dancer's dilemma, swing metal, a full orchestra swing metal and metal combined. It sounds like a insane. Um, what is it? Oh wait a minute, hold on. Full orchestra swing metal combined with sounds like insane metal opera from a Roaring Twenties. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, number 15 is Hail Spirit Nor. Satan is Time. Psychedelic black metal. Trippy old school psychedelic rock meets black metal. Sounds like Pink Floyd and Emperor had a cursed jam session. Interesting. Definitely different. Oh, I forgot where I'm at. Blah, 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 blah. Here's I'll just do 16. We'll go from there. Diablo Swing Orchestra, a tap dancing dilemma, swing metal. I don't know about that one. A full orchestra, swing jazz, and metal combined. It sounds like an insane metal opera from a Roaring Twenties, which is really cool. Number 15 is Hail Spirit Nora. Satan's is Time. It's a psychedelic black metal. A trippy old school psychedelic rock meets black metal sound like Pink Floyd and the Emperor had a cursed jam session. That's kind of interesting. Cursed jam session. Number 14 is Nuclear Rabbit. Truth's Ugly Head. Freak metal is what this is considered. Bizarre driven experimental metal that doesn't fit into any genre. Imagine Primus on steroids and psychedelics. So right there you go, Amber. Um, there is a band that has Primus style sounds for a heavier metal sound. Don't look at me. Um, Ether Realm is King of Cups. Med- metal Metal Death meets Tarot Metal. Terror Metal. Okay. Um, the death metal song based entirely on tarot card symbols, symbols, symbolism, blending fortune telling themes with fast track folk inspired metal. That is rather interesting. Um, Number 12 is Nano War of Steel, which is kind of different. Valhalla. This is a comedy power metal. Parody metal band mixed with power metal and pop music. Like this absurd song featuring a guest appearance from weirdly religious Auden. I don't know how you pronounce that one. Oh, here's a number 11 is Oakley Dokley, the white wine spritzer. Um, Ned Flanders metal. Nettle, I guess is how they actually say it. Nettle instead of metal. It's Nettle for Ned Flanders metal. Go figure. A deathcore band where every song is written in the perspective of Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. And yes, they are wearing matching sweaters. Okay, this one I gotta see a video of this guy doing this because this sounds really cool. What's that? I don't. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did that one time. Doctor Who, What, Where? Oh, yeah, we talked about that. I don't know if I did. I've heard King Diamond stuff. Oh, you know what? Take that back. I did. I actually played it after I was done. Armored Saint, I think. I believe so. That was a while ago. That was like, what, 2 weeks ago, maybe? 1 week ago? Anyway, that's kind of rather interesting, the Ned Flanders medal. Yeah, it's kind of interesting for Doctor Who, What, Where. I like that name. That's different. Kind of reminds me of Doctor Who. Who, what, when, why, where. Um, Number 10 is Skinflint. I don't know how to pronounce that. Borkington metal, or is it black folk, African folk metal? Interesting. A band of Batwa blending traditional African tribal drums, rhythms, and heavy metal, unique to deeply rooted in the cultural heritage. So it kind of reminds me a lot of Sepultura with roots and blade roots. So I'm assuming it might sound something similar to that, but it's not quite Brazilian. It's more African folk metal. It'd be interesting. Bezbo, Belzebubs. Cathedrals of Mourning. Blackened cartoon metal. Blackened cartoon metal. That's different. A completely fictional black metal band from a comic strip. Okay. Yet their music is as serious and polished as real black metal bands. Interesting. Interesting. It kind of reminds me of that one thing on MTV where they had I forgot the name of the band. They were cartoon characters and they were doing metal music. Wow, this is so hard. Jalabotha, Jaldabaoth is how you spell it. Roland the Farter, medieval metal, a mix of metal, heavy metal, and medieval court music, with lyrics about historical figures, including the real medieval entertainer named Roland the Farter. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I guess. I don't know. The algorithm pointers is a cyber metal dubstep style metal music, I guess. It's an insane mix of Dagent, Dagent guitarists with electric beats, glitch fix, and dubstep style drops. Feels like metal made by a rogue AI. Interesting. Metal Gog. Yeah, did you get that one? Oh, is that one? Is that one that's like a certain genre of metal? Metal Godin? Metal Godin? It sounds like Armageddon, only it's Metal Godin. I don't know. Let's see where are we at. Blah, blah, blah. The algorithm. Okay, I saw that. Got that one. Number six is Glory Hammer, the unicorn invasion of Dundee. So that sounds like something like Dundee, as in Dundee, Crocodile Dundee. I don't know. Symphonic Power Metal Parody Edition. Over the top fantasy metal integrated battles and goblins and unicorns invading Scotland for abrupt epic absurdity. Okay, that's definitely different. I'm gonna have to check some of these out. They're a little bit different. Number five is Trollfest. Is Captain Chaos. Captain Chaos. Trumpa metal. I don't know. A chaotic blend of folk metal and Finnish polka. I don't know. Imagine a Viking metal band crashing a German beer festival. Interesting. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Metal. I forgot how you pronounce that, but I know what you're talking about. Yep, you know exactly what I was talking about. Okay. I thought that looked kind of familiar, but it's been so many years since I've seen that. It was on Adult Swim. I could have sworn they had it on MTV before that, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just delusional. Let's see here. Um, oh, here we go. Number four, Horse the Band. Horse the Band. That's an interesting name. Birdo is the name of the song. No Tendocore. Heavy breakdowns of metalcore mixed with a chirp tone sounds of 8-bit game. This song is about a Super Mario character. I have a feeling that this is basically from the same band that I think I talked about the night before, I believe. Macabaria? Albert Fish was a child. Was Albert Fish was children? Wait, a minute. Albert Fish was children. Your favorite dish? I'm not sure why that's exactly what it says. Murder metal is what it's called. A self-proclaimed genre where every song is about real-life serial killers combined with nursery rhyme style melodies with death metal storytelling. Interesting. Igor is very noisy. Almost looks like burlesque core. A fusion of black metal, breakdown electronic beats, and 19th century. Oh yeah, I think we talked about this one last night too. Think of it as a classical music of demonic rave for a demonic rave. Interesting. Yep, yep. Death metal, metal garden. I think that's how you say it, metal garden. I probably said that wrong. I probably butchered it, just like I do everything else. The one is unexpected. Chromatic I hate that. Shimura. That's probably what it is. Advent Guardian Metal. Don't ask me. The genre blends classical circus music, extreme metal, and jazz with a chaotic yet uh, strangely complex mix. Expect violins, operatic vocals, and unpredictable timing signatures. So that is definitely something that's definitely totally different, totally interesting. Um, yeah, um, we'll see what happens. Who knows? What kind of metal is Band Saint considered? Band Saint? Let me see here. Let's see here. I'm not sure. if I can. Well, if I can get down there. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see here. I'm not sure. Is that a band? Oh, Ghost. Oh, Ghost. Oh, Ghost. I think that one's maybe new. That's my guess, but let's see what we got here. Cult rock or heavy metal. Hmm. Doom metal. Let's see. Hmm. Oh, see, a lot of people think that they're not sure if it's actually considered metal at all. Yeah, I would say gothic style metal, but see, there's a thing on here that says that technically they don't think it's really metal at all. But it depends. Personal musical taste. Do you lean heavier style? Okay, I don't know. That's interesting. Ghost is typically classified as a cult rock or heavy metal, but their sound incorporates elements of multiple genres, including heavy metal, doom metal, hard rock and arena rock, psychedelic rock, and pop rock and AOR, album oriented rock. So I don't know if that makes sense to you or not. I mean, because they do quite a bit of different type stuff. They do theatrical performance. They do heavy guitar, a little bit satanic imagery in some of their stuff. Apparently, um, yeah. Compare they're metallurgical. I can't say metal. I can't say that word. And accessible compared to extreme metal bands. Some metal persists even debate whether Ghost is truly a metal band at all. So basically, some of the people don't consider maybe, yeah, maybe kind of like a new metal. It could be. It's kind of a mixture of stuff, but it's not like like heavy metal, but it's not like death metal or whatever. It's kind of like its own thing, I guess. Kind of reminds me of King 810. They're kind of like that too. They're I don't even know what they consider themselves as because he does kind of rapper stuff, but then he also does some classical type, not really classical. He had like Black Rifle, which, like I said last night, was one of those songs that it gives you the impression that it's Southern country gospel kind of sound to it, but then he has this very harmonic sound in the vocals. He's it's kind of like more vocalish than it is instrumental. It still has some instrument in it, but not as much because he does this really. He's got a really awesome singing voice. He kind of reminds of what's his name from Machine Head, Alan Flynn, I think. Yeah, Flynn, I think that's his name. Um, it kind of reminds me of the same thing because there's some people like Nine S Kills or Nine. I think I'm saying that wrong because a friend of mine told me that was not right, and I keep saying it wrong. But you know what I'm talking about. The band. He has a really heavy, deep vocals, but he has some really high, regular singing voice, but it's not raspy. I think that's what I'm missing. Like the ones that I like the most are more raspy sounding, but they still have good vocals, if that makes sense. They've got a little, grit to their voice when they're singing or something like that. Because like King 810, he does that too. Um, he's got one called Tridden and Trodden, Black Rifle. I'm trying to think what the other song. There's quite a few. There's one that I can't remember the name of the song, but it's a really good. Um, oh, Red Queen. That's another one of his. That one's a little bit different. That one's like totally different than all the other stuff they've done. But yeah, it's kind of a rapish sound, but then it's not. It's one of those things. And there's one that has something to do with Dukes. I think, yeah, Dukes is really good. The guitar riffs on that one, it's just a real basic sound, but the impact it does, they're very precise, very like direct kind of sound, and it's like on point each time. When it hits it, it's definitely unique. So if you get a chance, check out King 810's Dukes. It's really cool. It's a great song. Um, that's one of my favorites. Besides, Tridden and Trodden and stuff like that, and if you like something really bizarre, like the one metal group that talks about murders and things like that, if you like into that, like Nine Eyes Kills, they talk about that. It's like a horror type style sound. Um, Skinned is a good one because they actually have real life tragedy type topics where, like Columbine, it's kind of creepy sounding, but I can understand. If you watch the video when you're listening to the song, you'll kind of understand why she does the singing the way she does. It sounds really bizarre, but it's really kind of interesting because when you get there, it kind of makes you feel like you're in the moment, right? ICP. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I guess so. Yeah, because they got some interesting sounds too. 'Cause ICP is like they have like a kind of a rockish metal sound, but not quite, but still rap. They're more rap than anything. Um, King 810 is kind of a little more rocks at times, but he also has a thing called Yavid, which is, I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, the horror factor. Um, I'm trying to think what the other one was that I was just thinking of. Oh, the skin thing. Skinned is what they it's an industrial Swedish industrial metal band. But yeah, it has this really eerie singing vocals in it, and you see why, because it reminds you of a gun, a machine gun, and the song is called Columbine. But if you watch the video, you get this feeling that you're there, like you're in the actual scene and you are one of like the victims being attacked, so to speak. It's kind of freaky. She dresses up a little freaky too, but it kind of gives you the effect. It's one of those that makes you stop and think about stuff, I guess, as to what I have. That's what, for me anyway. I don't about anybody else, but yeah. So you guys know it's different. But anyway, I will let you guys go. I appreciate each and every one of you. Look at that. We got 7 people on here. It's awesome. We have 261 people. Or is it 71 people? I think it's 71. We'll go with 71. If not, make it 71. But hopefully, March 1st, my birthday, and hopefully, we will have. See, my beer's all messed up. We'll have more people on there. Hopefully, 500. We'll see. And who knows? So I guess it's time to say so long, farewell, right? Oh yeah, definitely. I am tired. I got on here a lot later. I forgot. I started doing something else and totally spaced. I thought, oh crap, I haven't been on to yet tonight, so I got to do that. So I did. Anyway, so you guys have a wonderful night. Don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe, and hopefully you'll check out some of those bands that I mentioned, and even the ones that were on the list tonight. Because you never know, you might actually find something you really like that's a little bit different. I figured try something that I've never ever heard of. I figure if I haven't heard of it, most of you guys haven't heard of it too. So who knows? So take care, farewell, good night. Don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe. The buttons there and there. And like I said before, I appreciate all the support. Thanks again. Take care. Have a good night. Bye. Oh, man.